good.
Fucking bastard.
Yeah.
But, it's okay to be soft.
Yeah,
like, there's nothing wrong with being soft.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with having a heart.
Yeah, when you were saying you had to put on the stigma of being a tough person and shit like that, I get it. I've been there. I did the same thing.
Most guys
it's so stupid. I think having a daughter really helped me with that shit because now I just I've adopted new vocabulary and
it's like it's a different portion of your side because you do have to open that side up.
Yeah. And I never had a chance to growing up. Yeah. So having a daughter, I'm like, oh fuck, I have to be soft.
I've realized because I grew up in a household full of boys and I had 2 older sisters. 4 brothers. But my older sisters are the age difference is huge, so they never really hung out with me, Yeah. They were kind of assholes. But I've noticed, guys have such a hard time expressing their emotions. And, and the crazy part is because society's oh, we want somebody who's loving. We want somebody who can be affectionate, be romantic, be all this stuff. But if a man cries, you're just oh, you're a pussy. Yeah. Huh? You guys, society, I see it contradicts itself all the fucking time.
Always.
All the fucking time. And it's girls always talk about how they want somebody soft, how they want somebody who has a heart, but
turn around and try to punk them and shit.
Yeah. And it's I see so many of those guys getting beat. I see so many guys like that getting abused, and it fucks me up so much because it's who gave you the right? Yeah. And it's I'd be fucking damned if a bitch lay her hand on my brother. If I found out my brother was being abused, I'm going to jail. Man, plain and simple.
I'm about to come get you.
I'm gonna be bitch hit somebody that you can hit. You know? Because my brothers are so respectful. My brothers wouldn't lay a hand on anyone.
Yeah.
And it's but they know if a bitch 3 times, that's all you got. They understand that concept. But my brother would never hit a female, but he understands that if a girl is trying to kill him or, if a girl hits him. Exactly. You have to defend yourself. And I feel so fucking terrible for the guys that that are sensitive, that are okay with showing their heart and get abused.
Sit there and just have to endure it.
And it's so fucked up, and it's so it's so bad that society is oh, if you have feelings, you're gay. What?
Yeah, it's so dumb.
How does that make any fucking sense?
Hey, I've been expressing the fuck out of my feelings for the last 8 months.
Okay.
Man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I try. I try to do my thing. I'm trying to set the example for my daughter.
And it feels way better too. And it feels way better once you let it all out.
All the time.
And it's when guys start to realize that, which I pray that every guy does.
Yeah.
Once they cry and let all that shit out, and they're just wait, this feels so much better than holding it all in. You
ain't lying.
And I feel the exact pain for that because my mom, she's not always the healthiest, so it's part of she's had clinical depression her whole life because she didn't have a good childhood at all. And so I was so afraid of talking to her about the issues and talking to her about the shit that went on with me because I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want her to be oh, I failed as a parent. I didn't want her to see it like that. And I was so protective of her and my family that I didn't tell her for the longest. It took me writing to my friend, telling a literal note.
Yeah. I
was writing to my friend, and I was I had a plan to kill myself, and the plan was I made a recording, and it was on this little phone that I had, and it was supposed to be played after my death. So basically the whole plan was I was writing a note to my friend, and I had told her there's something in my locker and it's this little phone, this is my pin, and I want you to play this a day after today. And she had no idea what was going on, and I told her, read this when you get home, read this when you get home. And it was an apology to her, and it was telling her I'm gonna kill myself after school today. And basically the teacher fucking caught it, And yeah, I was passing notes, and the teacher grabbed the note, and I just kind of like looked at her, and she looked at me. And the next thing you know, I'm going through my next class, and I'm sitting here like freaking out. And this girl Danielle, which was my friend at the time, texted me, and she was like, what the fuck was in the note? They're like, they want me to go up to the counselor's office, and they want me to like call my mom and stuff. What the hell did you write down?
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, oh shit. I was like, just tell her it was me. Like, tell her you had nothing, you had no idea what was in the letter. Just tell her it was me. And then she was like, what was in the note? Like, you know, she was freaking out, and like she was telling me like that there was the CCSD district lady. She was there. And she was like so hysterical, and she was like, what the fuck did you write, you know? Because like we were only in 6th grade, so she's like, and she's never been in trouble. No, I've had depression for a very long time, so like all of that shit was being built up inside of me, and like I didn't speak on it to anyone, not even my friends, because you know, nobody really talked about it, and I didn't even know what it was myself, you know. I just knew that I was sad all the fucking time. Yeah. So basically, long story short, she keeps asking me and keeps bugging me what's on the letter, and I told her that I was gonna kill myself, and then she was like, why, you know? And like I couldn't even put it into words and tell her. And then next thing you know, they had the counselors there, they had the fucking they had hella people there, and they were asking me, do you have pills in your bag? Like they exploited it so fucking much. And my mom came down, and you know, she asked me like why herself, and like I didn't even know like what depression was. I didn't know what was wrong in my head. I just thought like, you know, that God hated me, and like he made me this way just because, you know. So I was so like,
and you never told anybody?
No, I didn't tell anybody until I got caught up that day. And like I had a lot of shit going on when I was little that like I didn't know was a bad thing until 6th grade came, and like the counselor was like, has this ever happened to you? And I'm like, wait a second, red flag, that's not okay. You know, like when like you realize bad things are bad, it turns your head completely different, and you're just like, what the fuck, like that's not normal, you know. That's why, you know, things were happening that way. Like that didn't make sense at the time until now. And then like discovering that something was traumatizing after the trauma, it's like, what the fuck do I do with that? You know, just being so young.
All at once.
Yeah, exactly. And like when, you know, my mom came to realize everything, and she found out what happened to me, and she found out all this shit, and she was like, you know, she was upset, but she told me, we got this. Yeah. We're going to get through this, you know? And I was just like, I was stunned, because I was thinking in my head, like, damn, like, I really kept this from everyone my whole life, and just to find out I didn't have to, you know? And I was so like, stressed on the idea of my mom being in pain or hurting that, like, I didn't care what happened to me. I mean, I still don't. If I could have my mom live a perfect life and I would go through hell, I would fucking do it. I would do it still to this day. And like, you know, it's like it was so difficult for me to just talk about that for like the longest. And then like afterwards, I mean, even after all this shit happened to me, I couldn't really tell my friends either, you know. And like growing up in high school and stuff, I kind of like kept it all tucked in, and it was like, you know, I didn't want to tell people then either, like even after,
because that goes back to being judged and being embarrassed and just being sad.
And like the only time I ever did trust somebody, they always turned around and did some foul shit. And it's like, and then like when you see that, it's like, what the fuck?
It's like, who can you trust?
Exactly.
You know, and, that was you know, growing up, I was around shitty people a lot. Shitty people are around all the time, shit like that. Same thing with the trust. They're stealing from us and stupid and shit like that.
You know, people don't realize, like, whatever you put out into the universe is going to reincorporate back to you. So if you're living a shitty life, 9 times out of 10, you're a shitty-ass person. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, people are always like, why me? Why me? But, like, what are you really doing for this world?
Change that shit.
You know, what are you, like, do you wake up in the morning, do you think about your family? Do you think about, you know, what are your morals? What do you go by? And, like, I know so many people that are shitty-ass people. And, like, I've called them out before. Like, they'll talk bad about somebody they don't know, or, oh, my God, like, I've dealt with girls where, you know, because I used to be one of those, like, pretty girls where, like, they'd be too bougie for everyone, and, like, I've been around those kind of girls, and, like, as I got older and, like, as I started to realize things were different in my head, I would stand with them, and, like, we would be at a party or something, cool, you know, good vibes, whatever, and, like, they would be like, oh my God, like, look at that girl trying to twerk, like, look at that girl, like, trying to, you know, dance and stuff, and I'm thinking, like, what the fuck, let her dance.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she having a good ass time. I'll dance with her. And, like, I lost.
I can't dance, but I be getting down.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, I be trying real hard. Shit.
So, are you, like, one of those ravers, or do you, like...
So, I'm getting new to the rave life. You know what I'm saying?
EDC's coming up in May.
EDC is coming up, and
excited.
I have, like, a new profound love for shrooms.
No, me too. I did shrooms for the first time on my not my birthday, but
When's your birthday?
November 20th.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Yeah, it was my birthday it was Dom's birthday, because his is the 17th. So his is like 3 days before mine. That was the first time I ever did shrooms.
And how'd you like it?
It was so good. I had it with pizza. It was so bomb. Pizza and pasta. I hated the fact that nobody told me it makes you hungry. And, like, I just remember eating everything, and, like,
some people, like, when they do shrooms and shit, they don't like to eat at all.
No,
that shit hits you in reverse.
I ate, like, oh my God, and it was his birthday, and his dad got, like, pizza and stuff for everybody, you know, and, like, we got this big ass pizza. I finished it all to myself. Yeah, no, and then I woke up with, like, the biggest fucking stomach ache ever, because all the oils and stuff. Yeah, and, like, it made it even worse, because my stomach, like, I eat pretty healthy, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not used to, like, eating,
all
like,
that grease and nasty, shitty carbs.
So I was, like, throwing up, and, like, it was coming out of both ways. It was so bad. But afterwards, on my birthday, we were up in the mountains, Mount Charleston for my birthday, and I got a little cabin.
In November, so you got the snow and shit, right?
We actually didn't have fucking snow in my birthday. But you know what? It was still a lit ass night, okay?
Because you're still in the trees and shit. I haven't got to do it in the trees yet.
I love the nature. And when you're up so high, it gets you higher.
Yes.
Like, even, like, you know, like the...
atmospheric pressure.
Exactly.
Yes.
The pressure makes you way, like, whew.
Yes.
Anyways, I just remember, like, being so fucked up, and I barely remember that night. I just remember, like, I thought I saw aliens in the sky. Like, because, like, the stars were so beautiful that I was tripping off my ass. And I was like, oh, my God, what the fuck? Like, everything was dope as fuck, though.
Everything is better.
Yeah,
it makes
literally.
You so much
and then
happier.
I did acid for the first time.
And we're not saying fucking just do shrooms, people. Do your research.
If you want to.
You know, do a little if you want to. Don't go crazy, you know.
Just remember everything has a come down to it. And, you know, it's not always the best, okay? Definitely not always the best. But no, I did acid for the first time during EDC.
How was that?
That was fucking insane.
Yeah?
That was insane.
With all the colors and shit out there,
it was
too.
crazy. Oh, my God.
Were you scared?
I was really hyper.
Yeah.
I was really hyper. And I did not, like, I just remember, like, my friend Cautious, he'll tell you, the first, like, he always tells everybody, the only thing he's seen me doing throughout the whole fucking night was... And I had a backpack on, and I had, like, these pigtails. I was fucking lit. Oh, my goodness. Yes. It was crazy, and, like...
You're selling me on EDC right now.
Yeah. You better get your tickets now, because they're, like...
When did they go on sale?
They're, like, you gotta look online.
They already went on sale?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, no, I think they start to go on sale... Wait, January, February, March, April. Like, April.
Oh, all right, so I'm good on
Yeah. But I think the tickets, I think it's in May or June. I forget, but...
I always remember it's hot as fuck.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
But, like, you gotta get your tickets, man. This is gonna be my second time going. And the first time I went for all 3 days. And, like, they have...
Are you worn out?
Yeah. Yeah. the last day I was like, oh my God, I just want some pizza. Like I was fried.
So I only went to EDC one time, and that was about 10 years ago.
Really? No, you need to rejoin this.
Yeah.
This rave group,
this is
man.
Way better.
It's fucking insane. Yeah.
It goes crazy.
No, if you end up going, let me know. I'll let you come with my rave group, okay?
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm dragging my boyfriend along. I told him, you're coming. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're coming. He's like, I'm not going to do anything, though. I was like, you don't have to, but you're coming. I'm like, you have to see this side of me because this Duchess is dope, okay? She in a good-ass mood, too. Yeah. And, like, I had a dream. It was funny that we're bringing up raves because I had a dream, like, a week ago that I threw a rave. And I was so, like, I was in a good-ass mood when I woke up. And I was like, damn.
You woke up with a smile like,
hell yeah. No, I was happy as fuck. And I was like, babe. I immediately texted him. I was like, babe, we need to go to a rave. And he was like, what? I'm like, we need to go to a rave. And I looked up, like, the soonest raves. And the fucking soonest one is EDC. And then right after that, they had this one, in case you miss EDC, they had this one called Foam World. And, oh, my God, that shit is so cool. I went to that one, too.
Where's that one
I think it's like
It's in Vegas?
Yeah, it's in Vegas. But they have these big ass foam cannons and they shoot you and they shoot the crowd and like it's insane. And like when I went I
just went to a foam party a couple weeks ago.
They're lit as fuck. Yeah. But imagine like a rave.
Yeah.
Okay. So like when I went this was before I was in the relationship, so I don't really remember much either from this night because I remember I think I did ecstasy. No, I did do ecstasy, but I kind of fucked myself over because one of my homegirls like was the plug for ecstasy, and I ran into her. She was like, "Oh, are you rolling right now?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" She gave me like 3 more, and I popped them all. And I did like 5 that night. Yeah, it was fucked up. It was really fucked up. Oh my goodness. And like I just remember like I was trying to get the dude on the stage attention for some reason. No, he had the cannon and I wanted to get sprayed. And so this big ass Samoan dude sees my tiny ass trying to go, hey, you know, like spray me. He's like, he's not gonna see you. I said, I don't care. He's like, you wanna go on my shoulders? And I'm like, fuck it. So then I get on his shoulders and I just remember that cannon dude looking directly at me. Points at me, it sprays, but I didn't expect it to hit me
with
hard.
That force?
That shit hit. And I remember falling back, the Samoan dude trying to hold me as much as he can, and then next thing you know, I have like a crowd of people like pushing me, and like finally someone like grabbed me and helped me down, and it was just really fucking funny because I was like, oh my God, did I just crowd surf? Like, that was dope, okay? And like I had like these, the skirt, this
perks of being a woman. They would have dropped my ass.
Yeah, no. Did you see that video of DJ Khaled trying to crowd surf?
Fuck, no, I haven't.
Everybody moved. Yeah, no. Oh my gosh.
I would have moved from his big ass too. I would have slapped my arm and shit.
He's huge. He probably would have he would have had a lawsuit if people would have caught him, to be honest.
He would have killed them.
Yeah.
They would have broke something for sure with his big ass.
Fuck no. But no, anyways, so like I just remember like people putting me down, and then like I had like these shorts on, and like they had like these flary like strings from it. And I just remember like people like were like trying to wipe the shit down, so like I grabbed the string and like helping people clean their face. And like this dude gave me like $5 for doing it, and I was like he goes, so like I wiped his face, and he's like, and I'm like, thanks, like, okay. And like he gave me a $5 and some change, whatever was in his pocket, he gave it to me. And I was just like looking at it like, all right. And I bought like hella waters afterwards with that. But no, it's a dope ass experience.
Is like just dying from cotton mouth and fucking
EDC has a whole bunch of like what you gotta do with EDC. You have to bring your own little water thing because they have a whole bunch of water stands.
Okay.
Yeah, they have water stands.
Bring your own hydro, have it empty?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you have to have it empty.
Yeah,
but
and then you go in there for that thing.
They have water stands, they have pizza, they have food there, they have like boba stands. It's fucking dope. Like just bring money and like you'll be fine, to be honest. Yeah, I just don't, there's a lot of people that like, that'll try to get you fucked up. Like, what I noticed, like, this guy, he was going around giving people his half fives with acid on his hand. So he was like, on his shirt it says high five me if you want to. It says high five if you want to get fucked up in small words. And I was like, oh my god, I love your shirt. And then I was like, so like, what do you mean if I want to get fucked up? He's like, look at my hand. And he had hella acid all over his hand. And I'm like,
the homie was walking through the gates like this and shit.
Yeah, no, because they don't care. They don't give a fuck. As long as they don't see it, it's so easy to bring whatever the fuck you want in there, to be honest. And it's like, they have metal detectors and stuff, so like, you know, obviously not any weapons, but just as long as, you know, you got money and you're rolling off something, EDC is going to be great. Yeah. It's okay. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. And like, I think the tickets are like $400, but you could do like the quad pay where you pay like 50 to 100 until then. And like, I'm going to buy a ticket for all 3 days again. It's worth it.
You're ready.
Yeah.
I feel like if I would go, I would just go Friday. That's where everybody has all the fucking energy. They're ready to go. They go there and get to EDC and just go crazy.
I think I would just do the 3 days again, to be honest. Like,
just that's too much for me.
Well, it's just because, like, the first day... Okay, this is how I did it. The first day, I did it, like, drunk and high. Mm-hmm. And I was, like, with this one dude that bought my ticket. And then the second day, I was with my best friend. And I was with everybody that I fucked with. So then I did acid. Yeah. And then the third day... the third day was, like, the come down. So I was just kind of, like... fucked up still, but I still wanted to go. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like
don't go Sunday is what you're saying.
You know, I feel like if I only get one day, I feel like I'm gonna regret it and like I want all 3 days. But I think they have I think they're doing a different kind of sale this year for like the summer one, because when I looked, the last time when I bought it, it was like $500 for 3 days. But when I just looked online, it was like $342 for the 3 days. Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna do the $342.
Yeah. You got to.
I was like looking at it and I was like, wait, it's like way cheaper than it was during like, I forget when it was. It was like October, I think. That's when they had it last time. Mm-hmm. But no, that's when they did it, and it was fucking insane. It was dope as fuck.
October is an amazing time of the year.
Yeah, and like the weather was.
Yeah, it feels absolutely amazing.
Cold. It was a little cold, but like, you know, when you're jumping around and stuff, you
can warm up a little bit. If you're in big ass crowds and shit, you can be fine.
I'm excited for it to be this summer though, because just in general, I'm excited for this summer because I'm doing everything. Because and the fact that I turned 21 this year too. I'm going to be hitting almost every...
Girl, you ain't even 21?
No, I'm not.
Oh, my gosh.
You see where I'm coming from, okay? You see where I'm rolling at? Now watch. When I do turn 21, this is going to be... It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking insane. Because the amount of networking and how far I've came before being 21...
Respect. You hold yourself as if you're older than...
I appreciate it.
Than 20, yeah.
Yeah, no, that comes with a lot of fucking baggage.
Yeah.
For sure. I feel like, you know, once you go through amount of shit, you're kind of just like, you know what, I don't really
numb to the bullshit.
care.
And you ready to just...
I mean, even when I was younger, I kind of hung around everybody that was older, to be honest. Like, I started smoking weed at, like, 16, 15.
I feel like that's a huge age. My family was a little sooner, you know?
Yeah. It's just, like, because I always was around older people. Like, my whole life. Like, I feel like people my age are so fucking annoying. Like, they only... All they care about is, you know, trying to make money, which instead they spend all their time on their phone sitting on their ass. And then all they worry about is designer and all this other shit. And it's like...
bunch of shit that don't matter.
You know, like, what are you going to do? Where's your retirement fund? You know, where's the money that you're putting aside? Like, are you investing into anything else besides, you know, designer? Like, don't get me wrong. Your greatest investment is yourself. But... when you're sitting here, like, buying all these nice things and, like, you know, buying all these temporary things, you don't realize it, but it's like, bro, like...
that shit adds up.
You're wasting your fucking money. Like,
getting Uber Eats 2, 3, 4 times a week.
That Louis Vuitton belt, cool.
Yeah.
You know, that shit nice, all right? But, like, did you eat today? You know, did you drink at least 5 bottles of water? Did you meditate? Did you pray? Did you even call your mom? No? I think you need to reevaluate yourself a little more.
On
and
the
it's
last
like,
one.
Literally, I can't even like she just texted me. That's the crazy part. But it's like people in my generation, we're so focused on the wrong fucking things, and it's like I know I don't always have like the greatest ideas or the best ideas. Like, I mean, like when I was in high school, I was selling weed, and like I figured, oh, all of you guys are fake. Let me just make you guys into customers instead. So I was trapping, whatever, cool. But I was so like money deprived, and I was so focused on money, that like my high school just,
flew by.
Yeah.
You didn't even.
And like I didn't even really experience it. But at the same time, I'm glad I fucking did it, because like look at the fucking idiots that.
Person you were, though.
Exactly. Yeah. And like looking back at like the people that like I so wanted to hang around, or I
what are they doing now?
Exactly. Nothing. And like besides being in my DMs, but it's like I'm like looking back at it and like,
how many DMs do you get?
Shit. I don't
if you don't want to say it, you ain't got to say it, but I want to see.
I can just like.
These are the gotta approve them shits.
Yeah, these are just like different type of people. Like it just goes on. But like I try. Listen. I'm not bougie, okay? I only answer the ones.
No, bro, I completely understand. You had the OnlyFans. You're exactly. Good looking and shit. You probably have hundreds of just dick pics and just. It's shit like that.
And like just to see.
You got Snapchat?
Yeah. No, I deleted it.
Oh, I was about to say.
That's toxic.
I can only imagine.
Toxic.
I never get on that shit.
I had I actually deleted my Snapchat on my own choice. Like, I deleted it. I'm never making one.
Because you're getting fucking 700 dick pics a day. That's just too much.
I had over 5.6K views on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I deleted it mainly because I was getting harassed so fucking much. And, like, people always talk about, like, oh, like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they don't realize what comes with it, Yeah. Like,
for real.
The only reason why I was okay with doing, like, the whole OnlyFans and doing all of that was because I got exposed at a young age. Mm-hmm. Like, whoever the fuck it was, they hacked into all of my social media. My Instagram, my Facebook, my Snapchat, all of it.
Released
Keep in mind, no, they did some fucked up shit, but keep in mind, people were already bullying me, and people were already considering me the attention whore. Yeah. So, like...
That magnified it.
Yeah. And it made it twice as worse. Like when I dyed my hair pink for the first time when I was younger...
How were you?
I was in 6th grade. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It was around the same time when I was really fucked up. Anyways. People... literally looked at it like, her hair is beautiful, or like, oh, you did that yourself. No, they looked at me like, she just wants attention. Yeah. Okay, so then my 8th grade going to freshman year, everybody's so fucking nervous about starting high school, whatever. Mm-hmm. Cool. I got exposed, and it was so bad because the person, whoever it was, they knew where I lived. They had a hold of my parents' bank account. They had a hold of my bank account. They had a hold of everything. Yeah. And they threatened me. And they said, like, because I didn't have nudes on my Snapchat. Like, I had booty pics, but it wasn't, like, like my pussy or anything. And, like, the person threatened me saying, if you do not send me, like, a full body picture right now, mm-hmm. I'm going to take everything from you. And I'm going to leave your parents in debt. And I'm like... I'm thinking in my head, like, they can't.
Liar.
They can't. They said, really? Check your PayPal. And I was like, I checked my PayPal. It was negative $300. Then they fixed it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was scared, and I started crying and stuff. And they're like, yeah, and you're going to have to give us anything we want. And I'm thinking in my head, like, what the fuck? They sent a photo outside my house.
Oh, hell no. Did they ever get caught?
No. I tried to report it on everything, and I made a police report, but that...
How can you...
I got hacked on social media, and they posted nudes. The police is like, what the fuck? Like, what do you want us to do about that? We can't track it or anything.
What about the other shit with, like, the bank account?
And, I mean... Afterwards, so basically what happened was they posted everything. Mm-hmm. Facebook, Instagram, all of it. And, like... I was like, what did I do wrong to you? Like, well, why are you doing this to me? And the only response was, I guess that I turned them down one time or something like that. I don't know. But they thought I was like the stuck up bitch. And basically, I ended up hurting myself because of it. And, like, I was getting harassed in high school, like, really fucking badly because of it. And they were like, oh, you know, we just know you posted that because you want attention. You're such a slut. You're such a whore. Ho, da-da-da-da, whatever. And, like, nobody really knew that I didn't do it purposely. Yeah. And, like, the funny part is this girl that I thought was so fucking cool became my friend. She was popular. And she's like, you know why I like you? And I'm like, why? She's like, 'cause you don't give a fuck. And I was like, yeah, you're right, but I don't give a fuck because I can't give a fuck, because if I do, then I'm gonna be, you know, fucked up. Yeah. And, like, she's like, yeah, you even posted your own nudes without caring. And I'm just like, I'm thinking in my head, like, this bitch, what? And, like, I was like, oh, you know I didn't do that purposely. And she's like, yeah, okay. And then, like, they all started laughing and stuff. And I was like, I'm serious. Like, what the fuck? You know, but I ended up finding out the person continued to use my account afterwards, but I told my parents and they locked everything, and it was because he got into the Wi-Fi server, I guess. Mm-hmm. And, like, when you get into somebody's Wi-Fi IP, you have everything, yeah. So basically we had to change everything, and we went through this whole security shit. And I ended up finding out the person, whoever it was using my account for sex trafficking afterwards. And, yeah, literally. And I remember getting a call from this guy, Tristan, that had, like, the biggest crush on me, like, forever. And he told me, he was like, so we're still meeting up today, right? He's like, I thought I didn't, he said, I forgot I had your phone number. I don't know why I didn't call you. And I'm like, thinking in my head, I'm like, what
the fuck are you talking about?
No, literally, I was at work, and I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, what do you mean? Like, we've been texting for, like, months. You texted me on Snapchat.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, huh? And he, like, sent me, like, he showed me, like, the photos. They went back and forth with nudes, and, like, I guess they were supposed to meet to fuck. And I'm thinking in my head,
they're
like,
about to snatch his ass.
Exactly. And, like, I was telling him, and I was like, that's not me, you know, please report the account. And I didn't know the account was still active. Yeah. And, like, I don't know if it was the same person that got into it, or if that person sold my account to somebody else, but it was somebody in fucking, like, Arabia or Afghanistan. That's where it, like, pinned it. Mm-hmm. And, like, oh my God, it was terrible. And, like, when I got back into it, somebody messaged me on text message saying, you fucking bitch, like, get out of the account, or, you know, da-da-da-da. And I guess because we had a security lock, it made the dude even more mad, whoever the fuck it was. They were really good at hacking, though. And, like, they got super fucking pissed, and they were tweaking, and they were like, oh, so you think you're fucking smart, da-da-da-da. And then, like, next thing you know, I just deleted that account. Yeah. And then I had to remake another account. And then, like, I made, like, 4 accounts, to be honest with you. And then the last one, I finally, like, built my views back up. And that's when I ended up at 5K. And, like, I was sitting there, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna delete it. And, like, it took me a second because how many views I had, you know? But I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, my phone does not control me, you know? Yeah. I wanted to lose that tire on my neck. And, like, I just deleted it. And, like, I permanently deleted it. Yeah. So it's not like I can go log back in. And, like, everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, everybody was tweaking. And everybody was like, wait, where did your Snapchat go? Yeah. And next thing you know, everybody starts following me on Instagram. And they're just like, what the fuck did you do? And I'm like, I deleted it. And they're like, why? You know? It's toxic. You know, it's
Snapchat,
fucking toxic.
Twitter, both of them
as fuck. And, like, I had crazy ass people hitting me up. Like, I had, like, this one dude, I don't know if it was real. Lord bless his soul if it was, but he killed himself on video chat. And, like, I didn't, like, I was tweaking because, like, he was like, I'm gonna send you $50 right now if you video call me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. He sent the money, and I'm sitting here on the call. He's like, have you ever been to a funeral? And I'm like, asking me really creepy shit. And I'm like, no, you know. And, like, he slit his fucking throat in front of me. And, like, I don't know if it was real or not, but, like, you know, like, when you're in a video call and, like, you answer and stuff, and then when you hang up on your side, it still has, like, the little circle. I don't know if Snapchat still has that, but it didn't hang up for hours. Yeah. And then, like then all of a sudden it did hang up, and I don't know if it was because his phone died or what the case was, but, like, when I seen that, I was like, yeah, no more Snapchat. I'm done. I'm done with this shit, because it's like society is so controlled by the internet now. Yeah. And it's like, until something really fucked up happens,
nothing's gonna change.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's so fucked up, because, like, you know, like the social media takes a hold on her life, and it's like even now it's like it's hard for me to stop scrolling, you know. And it's like I have a reminder on my phone that lets me know when I pass an hour and stuff, and it's like it lets me know, it gives me like a little notification and stuff, and it's kind of annoying, but it helps because it's like I don't want to be on my phone, I don't want to be sitting here stuck on social media, and to be honest the only reason why I have it is because that's my way of connecting.
Your shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and it's like